What if the secret to improvement isn't effort, but noticing difference? How do you know when something feels easier, smoother, calmer, or cleaner? I think you notice a difference. Imagine walking into a crowded party. At first, it's just noise. Conversations, music, laughter, everything mashed together. Then suddenly, you hear your name spoken from across the room. Instantly, your attention zooms in. One voice stands out from all the others. Your brain has discovered a difference, and your senses let you know. And that's exactly what we'll explore today. Hi, I'm Julie from My Felt and Crazy Ways and Love Your Eyes. Today we'll investigate one of the 4 founding principles of all My Felt and Crazy Ways movement programs. That is, use your senses to discover difference. You can think of yourself as a detective, not trying to fix anything, not trying to force change, simply gathering information, learning to notice what is already there. Because the more we clearly notice difference, the more choices we have. And as always, do go gently. Do go small. Please use more of yourself to do less. Stay curious. Notice difference, discover new possibilities, and never ever go into pain. Today's lesson is based on a Feldenkrais practice sometimes called covering the eyes and at other times palming. It remains one of my favorite ways to relax tired eyes. Let's begin. So, to begin, you can lie comfortably on your back or sit in a firm chair. Please remove your glasses or contact lenses if you wear them, and do allow your eyes to close. Notice how you are making contact with the floor, bed, or chair. And notice your breathing. There is nowhere to get to right now, nothing to achieve right now. And if you feel you've done enough at any time, please stop and return to the session later. But for now, this is an opportunity to notice your contact with the floor, bed, or chair. Would you like to begin now by rubbing your hands together gently for a few moments till you feel the warmth in your palms? Now, place your hands gently over your closed eyes. Cup them softly. Please make sure that there is no pressure on your eyeballs and try not to allow any light to enter. Let your shoulders be easy and allow your breathing to be soft. And now look into the darkness, still with your eyes closed. What do you see? Is it completely dark, or do you see colours or shapes or patterns, maybe tiny flashes, moving specks, perhaps something that looks like fireworks, perhaps drifting clouds? Is the scene busy before your eyes? Or perhaps you see nothing at all? If you see lights and movements, it shows that your nervous system is not quite as calm or relaxed as it might be. So now, could you become an artist? Can you find an area before your closed eyes that is darker than the rest? Not necessarily the darkest, just darker. Take your time. And when you do find one, continue exploring. Can you find somewhere darker still? Dark, darker, darkest. Notice the differences. Where is the darkest place? Does it stay in one spot or does it move? Can you allow your attention to rest there for a while, as though you are quietly watching a dark, starless night sky? Perhaps the darkness can begin to grow. Perhaps the darkness can begin to spread. Perhaps it can become richer, deeper, blacker. Or maybe it stays exactly as it is. Your eyes love the dark for rest. Imagine the darkness spreading gently across a canvas, like black ink flowing across paper. Or imagine floating through deep space, surrounded by stillness. No need to force anything. Simply observe, simply notice, and differentiate. Notice differences, like dark, darker, and darkest. Many years ago now, I spent long hours working at a computer, and by the end of the day I was exhausted. My eyes were exhausted too. They just couldn't sit still. My nystagmus would go crazy, and the world jumped and became a swirling, messy place that was both unsafe and distressing. So when I first discovered this simple lesson, I was amazed. It seemed almost too easy, but I found it remarkably effective in calming my crazy, stressed out eyes. And it truly remains one of my favourite practices to this day. I think that's why I'm sharing it with you now. So come back to the dark and continue resting in the darkness, noticing if there is a darker place. Has it changed? Has the darkness become easier to find or perhaps more difficult? Notice the difference. Maybe the scene behind your eyes is becoming quieter, but maybe not. Remember, our job isn't to achieve, our job is to notice, because noticing is how we learn. Now, very gently bring your attention to the eyes themselves. Can you sense their weight? Not by trying hard, simply by noticing. Your eyes rest within their sockets. Can you imagine them settling a little deeper, like smooth stones resting at the bottom of a clear pond? Can they soften? Can they settle? Can they let gravity do a little more of the work? And rest here for for a few moments. When you are ready, slowly remove your hands. Do keep your eyes closed for a moment longer. Notice the difference now. Then blink softly like the wings of a butterfly. And slowly allow your eyes to open and take in the light, the colours and the textures around you. And notice, do things seem the same or different? Let's return to our opening question. What if improvement begins with noticing? Today you practice noticing difference, especially between that which is dark and that which is darker and that which is darkest. The more clearly we notice differences, the more choices we have. And the more choices we have, the more possibilities become available. In my felt and crazy ways, awareness is often the beginning of change. Well, thank you for joining me in this exploration. If you'd like to learn more about movement, awareness, neuroplasticity and natural vision improvement, please visit mfways.com or Love Your Eyes. And when you're ready, roll gently onto one side before sitting up. Take your time and notice how you meet the world now. Until next time, it's been Julie Jarman with you. Keep loving your eyes.